Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the always exciting the always exciting train simulator. So we have gone through, I was just looking here before, well, it's quite a bit of stuff there. We've gone through all the, hold on, if I just go back and we go to the academy. We've completed all the academy tasks, which is good. Like the tutorial's just this, which we've done. Let's go back to the main menu. So then if we go here to drive, career. So we've still got a few things here to do to get ticks on, and then a fair bit of stuff in the standard section, but I think some of them cross over, so we have ticks on some of these things, right? But if we go here, it's like, anyway, whatever. So look, let's get into it. Let's do stuff. Look, we'll get ticks on this stuff, and on the we're after ticks, and then once we get the ticks, new game. Matt, how you doing? Going to do a bit of locomoting. So apparently there is a summer heat wave in the region, and a special service has been arranged stopping at Monument, Larkspur and Castle Rock to a timetable 45 minutes medium, whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. Medium heat, 45 minutes. Or until a skewer comes out clean. And it's fine. Matt, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oof, please no more heat waves. Well, summer is coming. So no doubt, it might not be too ridiculous for me to assume that summer's going to be the hottest on record, much like, the last, 5 have been? Right. So I guess we just drive the train. So we have to stop at Monument 1. So let's get into the cabo. So we have a look at this. Okay, is that us? Hold on. No, it's not. There we are. So we're there, so we have to stop somewhere. Pick up passengers here. And whatever. Cool. It's good that you're good. I edited a video today, and excuse me, I got the burps up. I edited a video today, and it was interesting because I shot most of it on my phone, and when I got it all onto the computer, the footage, and into DaVinci, of course it was upside down, so I had to flip it, and I was just like, why? So dumb. It just must be something with the Apple codec or something, because even if you take pictures, you get them on your computer, they're upside down, you got to flip them off your phone sometimes. I was like, what? Like, okay. So I had to flip them over and make sure they were looked right, and that sort of stuff, and I was like, oh, come on. Right, how do the signals work? I can't remember. I think we can go through this with caution. If we can't, it will stop us. So we have to just stop here. So let's just start getting the brakes on. So Friday's video. Hopefully be good. Well, hopefully people get some sort of mild entertainment out of it, I suppose, really. I think really that's just the aim, If you're putting content on YouTube, or on the internet, right, for people, you are I guess it probably depends how you want to classify yourself, but I tend to think that you sort of, you're in the entertainment business if you're doing that sort of stuff. So really, your main aim, I think, with content is to just try and entertain. I suppose it depends what you're making videos for, but I guess probably in my situation, I'm just trying to entertain. So, right, let's load these passengers. Right, so we got to go right. We got to stop there, pick up passengers there. Shouldn't take us too long. Hopefully, this weird-looking station. Yeah, I know, it's just here. I mean, I don't know how you get to it. It's not like a what do you call it? That got okay, a ladder or anything. A ladder. A overpass or anything, or paths or anything to get there. Oh, come on, train. This thing's got... That's the word, thank you, bridge. I apparently don't know words. Brakes are off. Okay, obviously can't go 100% grunt on the old Union Pacific here because it apparently goes nowhere. Cool. Yes, bridge. I don't know words anymore. I went to this train station in Paris. I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, we got to the train. Sorry, we got out of the train. And we had a driver. And I don't know why I did that for. But we had a driver, and our driver, met us. And we had to go to the car park, and we had to go, like, down underneath the station. And this elevator we went in was tiny. It was so small. It was like as big as a cubicle. Like a toilet cubicle. It was not very big at all. Goldie. What's going on? Gold! Always believe in your soul. Yeah, it's classic French elevators. Wild. I actually quite like Paris. I would go back. Would go back. I thought it was a decent city. And it was very interesting to just, every restaurant. Queensland Rail is pretty good to be honest. Yeah, it's good they've got a rail from the airport to Bris Vegas there. Where I don't think they have one from the Melbourne airport to the city, and they're like, we could build one, but I don't know. But you have a rail there, it's decent. I have sampled Queensland Rail a couple of times in the past. Going from Caboolture to the Gold Coast, or going from Caboolture to Bris Vegas. Oh, he says. It's been a while. I did that a while back. Okay. We just have the old buses, of course. Was playing some Among Us. That game is the best party games I've ever played. Hot take, spicy take, controversial take, possibly. Goldie. I mean, I'll take your word for it, though. Old Spice. When I lived in Redcliffe, I took the bus to Sandgate and to the city. I've been with the train. Okay, yeah, I've been to Redcliffe. Okay, I'm just looking here to try and sort of keep on time. We shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, Redcliffe's been. I've been there a while back. Oh my goodness! I thought that train was on our line for a second. Oh. Golden brown texture like sun. And not necessarily like a hard places to drive around either. I hate it. Oh, but it's alright if. The beach is great, yeah. Beach city. Oh, beach town. And the lagoon. Oh. Slow that up a little bit, this train. It's always pretty rough when you go over the switch here at speed. I was actually playing this on a free roam and I went over to switch there at speed and the train actually flipped over. Where's as far north Queensland you've been? It is starting to get a little bit warmer here. Goldie, yes, it was pretty nice today. Some of they're starting to get sort of 16, 17 degree days, which is good. Seeing it at spring. 16C here, yeah. You'll have like snow up to your window soon. And I assume if you live in an apartment building, that could be quite alarming. We need to watch our speed a little bit. Hey, Mr. Copper. North America gets so cold, it's lethal to go outside. Not that soon, yikes. Hey, yo. Copper. We're playing the most exciting game ever. Train Simulator. I've been, and we'll be playing Euro Truck next Wednesday. But I've installed the frozen. Oh my goodness, I've installed Pro Mods mod for my Euro Truck, so that'll be interesting. And I've been playing it actually, and it just opens up a whole lot of spaces. That's really interesting. It doesn't usually snow until December or January. Okay, right. Hobo-sicles. Gosh. But because you're such a good citizen, yeah, copy, invite them all into your garage or something. I was surprised. I went for a walk earlier, and I was surprised at the amount of houses around the neighbourhood have like double car garages or like sheds in their yards. Not like garden sheds, but like proper sheds. I'm like, okay, everybody's got one. I suppose if you're some poshy and you have like a boat or something where you need somewhere to park it, but. No, yeah, we can go fast now. Garage is somehow cold. I'll tell you what, our garage is very cold. Our garage is one of the main reasons why our garage is probably cold is because it doesn't have a ceiling. They built into car garage here minimum. Yep, like our garage. Concrete floor, no ceiling. Here's a good example of that gold. Join us. You're just roughing the gear, Matt. You're just roughing, you're a... Oh, rough on the house. Steals all more from your bones. Something that you see here with houses, like just talking about garages, is my mum is anyway a wheelchair. Oof, rough. So I think it's here with some of the houses because it's a little bit hilly, sort of where I live. So houses that are being built on slopes or what have slopes or hillage. Some of them might have like the main entrance is sort of ground level, but it's because it slopes down. Garage is under the bottom of the house. So it's just like a single, some of them just have like a single door garage, but the hole underneath of the house is open, so you could fit like, if you wanted to park vehicles under there, you could probably fit 3 or 4. You received, what? You'll stop there until you hear it's safe to pass. Oh, okay, so we have to stop just here then. Thanks for the sub, or the follow, or whatever, there. Fans should be, unless... So is air conditioning seen as a human right in Australia? I tell you what, it's an interesting conversation about air conditioning. Well, I was talking to somebody a while ago from... My brother and I actually delivered a load of wood to some people who had moved from Queensland. And they were like, what do you do for heating? And we said, we have a heat pump. And they had no idea what a heat pump was. So then we were like, it's an air conditioner, like reverse cycle. Want to get one of those fancy wall ACs that don't need giant. Yeah, reverse, yeah, cheers. You're welcome. I'm from UK. My uncle lives in Queensland. Oh, hello, Elms. 111 plus an extra one from the United Kingdom. Thanks. I don't live in Queensland, but Mr. Matt does. I've visited Queensland. I live further south, a lot further south than Queensland. Yeah, reverse cycle. So they were like, "Oh, do you have aircon? Like, what do you do for heating?" We said, "Oh, yeah, we have a heat pump." And they were like, I don't know what that is. So like, it's reverse cycle. We call it a heat pump. So, which, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just the name's different. We've blown that. We were supposed to stop there. I want to get a fancy whole home AC. Here to a few. Motor control and air purifier. That would cost probably a fair slick, I reckon. Mr. Copper, wouldn't be cheap, that. Firefighters are on scene, ensuring safety of the area. Wait for further instructions. Okay, so what do we just park here then? Right. Train life. Blocking the road, which is always good. I should put the brakes on, actually. You're given your clear to proceed. Past fire signals allow. There is no danger on the road at this time. It would not, but that is something you get in $1 million home, which is a dream. Oh, right, this joint's on fire. Oh, Bob's Burgers. Whew. You gotta love these graphics in this game. They're solidly average. Oh, look at that. All the fat from the fryer there's blown up. Class. Hey. Good on ya. I'm sure Cobber has a swanky house anyway, so you know. Buddy in Alaska has to plug his car into a heater when he goes because it gets so cold it might. Wow. Nasty. How do they stop like water pipes and those sorts of utilities from just freezing in those places? No, it's a rental and living with family. I bet it's a posh rental then. I know Copper's a classy boy. A classy cop. Better crank that up a bit more. So our next stop, got to pick up passengers at Lake Spur. I was about to say Le Spur, but we're behind schedule, thanks. Not really. Ah, you're so modest, Copper. You're so modest. Just a common 2-floor home. Just a common 2-floor. I mean, around here, if you have a double-story house, it's like it's a bit posh. If you have a double story, I think they just have a lot of garages with heat. Okay, interesting. Posh is triple. Right. I mean, around here, it's like if you have a double-story house, you're a bit suave. That said, if people didn't build houses before winter, you blow out the pipes of there. Okay. I can't remember how the signals go. I'm thinking that I should have paid more. You know what? Whatever. We'll risk it. Oh, it's okay. We can roll it anyway. Before winter. Nope. I don't know anybody who has a basement. Actually, well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's this. What I'm about to describe is a basement, but our neighbour, I want a basement. Ooh, our neighbour has a houses have. Houses usually have. Oh, no, older ones typically anyway have a little flap or have a door on the side of them so you can get under the house. When I say a door, it's like not very tall. It's like a little manhole thing, and you can get under the house if you need to, service utilities or whatever. But anyway, our neighbour actually crawled under his house once, dug a hole deep enough for him to stand in, and then dug back to the door. And he's excavated like a little basement-y sort of workshop underneath his house. We refer to it as his hot box. Built in World War II for raids. Don't mention the war. Bomb shelters. Interesting. About 80 centimetres of height below the house. To mess with water pipe utilities. Yeah, that's a sort of a similar thing. As some of the not all properties, but quite a few. They're built up off the ground, a little bit. But some more modern houses are just bang concrete slab straight on the ground, and the house is framed up on that. Hey, Mr. Josh. Makes sense, yeah. Right, we've got to stop at Lake Spur. And we are... Oh, no, we're still ahead of time, apparently. Even though we had to stop at that signal. Whatever. I definitely want a bunker in a... Oh, my God, 10 foot below. Service with 8 foot of height between the ground and the ceiling. Do you need a bunker, Copper? What do you expect? Excuse me. What are you expecting to happen? Yellowstone. Yeah, I wonder if Copper's ever been on one of those shows. What do they call it? It's like Doomsday Prepper or whatever. Those people were like, "Oh, we got bunkers. Everything's gone." Don't the current government reckon that if there is a change of government, the country's going to burn, even though it sort of like already is? We'll just leave that comment as it is. But well, I won't be going any further with that. But you know, just saying, just floating that. Right. Don't ask me if want to mess with them. Yeah, fair enough. Let's get hard on the brakes, but maybe not that hard. Okay, train, just stop. Right, we'll do our passengers. Yeah, that's a wholesome. Yes, exactly. Running around here means what happened during the 90s. It's an old World War II dream. Oh, wow. A secret bunter for a wine cellar or home theatre. What due to waiting for news of the fire, you were forced to be late. I mean, okay, see if you can regain some of the pace to stop at. Well, I mean, I'll do my best, right? Surely we had to. I mean, look, we're not that. Look, it says here depart 14:08. I mean, it's 14:09. I mean, we're not that far behind. We're a minute behind schedule. Jeez, get off my back. Oh, you're a minute behind. We've got to sack you. Well, get out of town. That's an... Whoopsie, look at that train there just parked up. It's where it deserves to be. Parked. Yeah, exactly. Buses do run later than a minute. I tell you what, the only bus that's ever on time is it. What is it? The first stop for the first day. Train Simulator, the best game to read chat. And whinge about getting, nicked for being a minute slow, apparently, on a delivery. Like, come on. Burying underground will result in the easiest method of a bunker. Are you going to buy a submarine? Copper? But think about how much dirt you'd have to excavate, though. Okay. And how much? Where can you buy a submarine from? I think you need to think about this a little bit more, Copper. So you got to buy yourself a submarine. You got to dig a hole for it to go into. You have to then transport said sub to the hole, crane it in, cover it up, and do it under the cover of night, so nobody's like he's burying a submarine in his yard. Also, you'd have to have a big yard because submarines, aren't short. Trains don't have traffic to follow, so being late is not an excuse. Wow. I do not have that money, else I would own property. The military base is 2 k's north. That sounds expensive. It works for Russia, no. Australia. Maybe if you just got a shipping container and buried one of them. Yes, works for Russia, not Australia. Oh, sub-testing post. Do you work there, Copper? Or can't you tell us that because it's top secret? No. Oh, okay. Have we ever discovered what Copper does? I don't think we have. Apparently not a cop, but they sell some stuff. Right. Is it stuff that you would want to buy? In all honesty. I'm partial to a next military sale. You can get helicopters, trucks, fire trucks. You buy a next military fire truck. Land Cruisers. Not Land Cruisers. Land Rover Defenders. With the soft the canvas lids. He puts down copper wiring. Makes sense. I mean, look. As long as whatever you do keeps you interested and entertained, that's the main thing. I think if you get into a position where a job turns into a job, you might need to may need to consider things. They have Humvees, old troop transport planes, Hales and other things. Just a guess. Badass. Yeah, right. Excited for the electric Humvee or Hummer, are you? Apparently it's coming. Don't know about that. But yep. Oh, I was having a conversation with... speaking of doing things you enjoy and whatever. I went and had a talk with some people last week. Haven't seen a few missiles come through. Okay. Oof. Just trucking a missile through town. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. And we're talking about sitcom laugh tracks. Excuse me. On trucks. On the road. Yeah, okay. Blast corps be like, beat it down. Yeah, I was having a conversation with an interesting thing that's happening to the global economy is because now, since everyone is working from home, people can move to wherever they want and compete with people for jobs. And yeah, it's an interesting thing for sure. I was going to say dichotomy. Except internet in the US is utter garbo. Oh, move here, copper. Move here, old boy. Yeah, thought it was good. Maybe only in Larko's district. Actually, no, he has moved. Or he's going to move or whatever so he can get like fibre or super ultra hyper mega fibre or something. I have no idea. Yeah, well, exactly. No reason to work in an office when you can work from... I think working in offices still have a place because I think the people... my friend Tony paid half the price I do. Yeah, right. Good old Tone. Fibre to home, house, warming, only for Larko in the coming... Yeah, let's have a party for Larko. Yeah, The Office. I think The Office will still have a place because I think people will want to still have that colleague on colleague action or whatever. No, that's not the right term, but called it a hunch. I don't think Larko was a party person. Maybe he's an absolute dynamite when he gets off though. Don't worry, Stalin's coming. Thank God for Elon. Then again, my house pays about $250 a month for our deal of cable TV and internet. We get that deal because family connections. $250 US. That's, mate. Yes. Oh, that seems expensive to me. Just saying. Yeah, Starlink seems interesting. If I was like living off grid, or was in a situation where I needed satellite internet on a boat or something, something to look into. Shall I link the results of our speed? Oh, I mean, if you desire, honestly, I won't be looking at it because I I don't have the luxury of two screens or anything here, so the chat I've got going on the app whilst I'm training on the computer, so I won't be able to see it, but apparently for 40 US you will get 1 gigabyte with an average ping under 35. Interesting. Be interesting to see how it actually works in practice for Starlink. Yep. Be interesting to see how it works in practice. Bang. I just think it's ridiculous. Like, when you talk about signals, mobile coverage, and whatever else, it's for me, right? It just seems, ridiculous if you think about the concept. Starlink speed test or yeah, no doubt they'll be like, "Nah, Australia, you can't have it." But when you talk about like phone coverage and whatever else, it just seems stupendous to me that NASA, right, could communicate with a spaceship. They could talk to the Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, whatever, on the moon in 1960. What, 9 was it? Or no, late 60s. Whereas if I go up to the northeast of my state, can't get a phone signal on 4G, and you're like, come on, telecoms, what are you doing? Starlink in practice should be about 60 megabits per satellite. Not per person connected. This is why so many satellites are being launched. Too bad the satellites are already up. I wonder if you can do a firmware update on a satellite. Yeah, they're waiting. No, without change. Bit time. Pulse. Right, so we're stopping here at Castle Rock. Castle. So we want to get hard on these brakes so we can slow her up to 45. We're done speeding. Oof. I mean, we're not now, but... That's the beta. Okay. I finished. Processing monkey. Interesting. I've got to give this bad boy some grunt. We've got to build up, so we can get just over there. We're so close. I wonder what they're going to charge for Starlink. And if they're going to have a cap, or is it just going to be unlimited? Unlimited internet for $5 a month. About messing with those old computers in the Concorde and trains are pretty fascinating. I was listening to a podcast last week. Though they look weird, yeah. I was listening to a podcast the other week and they were talking about old Formula One cars, and they were like, well, you need a computer of the era, like the early 90s. You need a computer of the same vintage so you can hook it up to your car and run your software. Make a dedicated channel. Right, interesting. Right, there's a story about Discord. Last stream, there was somebody watching. Not sure if they're here. They might be lurking. They haven't been in the chat so far today, so they might be lurking around. And they were like, do you have a Discord? And I said, no, I don't have one. And so they apparently went and made one. However, I don't want to use that one because I've not put it together, if that makes sense. And I'm like, I don't know who this random person in the chat is. thanks for making the channel, but I don't, particularly want to subscribe to that. If you get what I'm saying. This is, look, the arrival, 14:23, a departure, apparently at the same time. Okay. This game's ridiculous. Schedules, oof. Yes, but I do have, as long as he gives you the rights to... Well, yeah, true. Well done, customers. Oh, what? Scenario complete. Grouse. Mate, grouse. Excellent. Oh, we've got various stars. Speeding. Look at this. Emergency brake used. Oh. Do you have the official look who's conducting? Exactly. But I think when I first got that's the one we just did, wasn't it? Interestingly, that's got a tick, right? It's got a star. I wonder what the difference is. You know what? It doesn't matter. We're just going to go for ticks. What we might... This here could be... Try to arrive in time. Oh, this could be rough. Because it's in the steam locomotive. You know what? Let's do it. I mean, you can transfer ownership, but yeah, best to not rush it. Exactly what I'm saying. I don't think you can transfer ownership. Yeah. Oh, just had somebody come into the room then. Let's put our lights on. Right, cool. And we're just building up. That's good. We're just building up this coal here to about 70%. Water's good. I haven't driven the steam actually for a little while, so. And he doesn't want that crown. Exactly, if he makes you server owner, it saves you a lot of work. True, but I will say actually when I first got onto Discord, when I first created an account, I actually must have, I do have a server. I've just not done anything with it. I put any channels or anything in, so I do. One does exist. So I could, I'm not sure what I'd actually call it though, if that makes sense. Because I could just call it Luku's or something, and then I can have a channel for podcast, channel for the stream, and then channel for the YouTube. But then yeah, you get bots and all that stuff. How do you do bots? Don't know. But yes, so I was like, well, thanks for doing that, person, but sorry. Ah, genius. No, he's going channel 4. Ha! Yeah, could do that. Let's crank this up a little bit. Let's just go full hog on this. Now that pressure's going, it's absolutely tanking, so that's not good. So just need to finesse this slowly. Whoops, because we want to like this, the pressure for trains going down. That's not great. Ah, there we go. It's back in the green. So I think this, because this is the big train, I think about 2:30. We're apparently speeding. I think about 2:30 or so is when it blows off steam. And we need to be slowing down a bit more. We're going to be... Look at all these points we're losing. Right, that's fine. And now, though... This actually is probably not great doing this at night, because you can... You can't see. Even though we've got the light apparently on the front of a locomotive, but you can sort of see there. I mean, that's like okay. Choo choo choo. Yeah, I could have a bot for the radio times. It should have a light. Well, the train does have a light on the front. Whoops. Here. But it's absolute garbage. You can see how good it is. Hold on, if I turn it off, I bet you it doesn't make any difference. Oh, that's the red one. There we go. Whoops. Class. Let's see if we can make this train go any faster. It's actually, we're going slower. If I crank this, let's just go. Oh, if the full Monty's probably not a great idea. Ghost train. Yeah, exactly. See if we can just crank this up ever so gently, and hopefully this speed, the speed's starting to build up a little bit more again, which is good. I don't want to be doing... Oh, we've only got to go 3 miles, but... Oh, we've got to go more than 3 miles. So we've got to pick up passengers. But, yeah. Anyway, so we're coming into a tunnel up here, so we'll have to go into the cab. So we don't, I don't think we can stay hanging out the window when we go through. See here, this is a tunnel, this bit. Explain this, I've 28 following and I don't stream. Well... Yeah. I don't know. We should set a light in the cab here. Oh, this is... I tell you what, this is... Right. In the future, maybe not do the steam train in the dark. Might not be a ridiculous idea. Sorry, I don't mean to show off. Yeah, well, you know. Oh, I stayed night. Imagine if you did stream. Be good if I had a torch, actually. And I could shine a light. Now, seeing that we're in the tunnel, one thing we can't do is open up the fire pit and to put more coal in the locomotive. You can't do that. I think that's an instant fail on the job. It's good that we're building up pressure again, slowly in the boiler. Let's get out the cab here. But how are you only at 30? Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, Goldie. You tell me. This is very finicky. Right, we're coming up to another tunnel, apparently. So let's just go... Actually, you know what we can do? Let's go back here. First class. Is it this one? Yeah, well, let's just sit here in first class. Oh, if I click... No. Look at that. It's a crime against humanity. You should have at least 1,000 by now. Jeez. I tell you what, if I had 1,000... well, this tunnel's long. If I had 1,000 followers, I don't know how I'd cope with that. Yeah. Not 1,000 watching, though. I don't think I'd be able to cope with that. Oh, look at this. We must be going downhill because we're gathering speed ridiculously. And we've got to stop here, so... We might just let the train roll down to there. And I might just ease that back to 0. It would translate to 50. Yeah, 1,000 following, 50 watching. Oh, wow. We're back in the cab. Not great. Oh, come on. Whatever. Right, we out of the... There we go. Woo! Right, let's start easing this big rig down. How many followers? Yes, tell us, Matt. Tell us. How many followers does the DMs have? Oh, we're going to blow this station. We're going to slow it up hard. Yeah, I know I'm speeding. I'm trying to slow the train up. Because I'm an awful driver. Oh, we've got to stop here. Oh. Oh, bro. We're going to overcook this. Oh, look at all these points we're losing for speeding. I mean, we'll probably just get a tick on this, but... I don't want to... Oh, no. Am I going to have to back it up? Bro. You failed... Yeah. Failed to stop it in accordance with time. Proceed to the next station. Oh, that's harsh. Hard. Let's crank this up. The steam locomotive is tricky. I tell you what. Actually, you know what? Let's quit that one. Because we're a sook. And that was that one, wasn't it? Yeah, let's just do this. Oh, that's nice. I'm just wondering if we could maybe not boycott, but let's do this one instead. Yes, Matt, how many followers do you have? Old dog, I was going to say. Right. You were slightly behind. Try to make up some time. However, our platform is closed at Berendorf, so there will be a lot of traffic in that area. Grouse. What? What is that? I guess he left. Yeah, he must have gone to, I don't know, hug his mum or something. What is it? I don't know. What does he do? What would he be doing instead of being here with us? Obviously, something vaguely more important. I don't know. He might have gone for a slash. Right, so we just got to stop here at this platform. At least with the electric locomotives, they're a bit easier to... We can get them up to speed a lot easier because they're almost instant. 9:22 PM. Yeah. Maybe he's got an early start. That reminds me, next Wednesday, I might start a bit earlier because actually I have a 5 AM start that Thursday. So, got to go and help out with some breakfast radio. So I was like, can you come in at 5? So I thought, right. So they're just, the hosts are going to be out on location. They just need somebody in the studio to poke the buttons. Is that streamed? It is, but it may have a geo block on it simply because of it's like the commercial radio. So it might have a whoops. I have a VPN, right? I was going to say because is that what I want? Yeah, I was going to say it might be sort of geo blocked or whatever because of how the rights go with the songs and things, like the licensing and whatever. So, yeah, you can listen to it. I'm sure you could figure out a way. Right. Let's go to the next station. Don't worry, I'm... Australia, boo. Yeah. So you'll be able to hear all the ads for my city. Or is it a town? I don't know. I mean, we're like a big town or a small city. A big... Yeah, I'd say we're a big town. I don't know. I suppose it depends what your definition of how big's a town. Whoops. So look at that. She hammers this train. Or the electric ones anyway. They're so fast. Right, so we're in a tunnel. Awesome. We're going uphill, so that's probably why we can crank her up to 100. How's the biking going, Gold? You been out on the bicycle much lately? Have you been mountain biking anymore? I've actually been looking at a new car. It's raining in a tunnel. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's the game logic. I mean, depending on how old depending on how cold and how old the tunnel is, it could leak. You know. Yes, I have been biking. Good. I've actually been considering getting some insurance to cover me whilst I'm out riding, because last week I've had 3 vehicles just get a bit close. And I was like, maybe I could just get some insurance in case I have an incident. The Rad Rover 5 is amazing. It's amazing. Amazing like that George Michael song. Look at that for speeding. There we go. Railion. I think I'm going to hold out, I think, till November. And see on I'm loving electric assist. It really helps when going uphill. When Black Friday comes... Oh, I have to stop here. What a place for a station. I'm considering... I'm going to get some new wheels, I think. Some aero... Get some, I don't know, 40s or something. And on my existing set of wheels, I thought I might put some bit wider gravel tyres on them. So I have 2 sets of wheels, and I have like a road set. Yeah, yeah, carbon. Oh. Yes, so I was like, then I could have 2 sets of wheels. So I could have my existing, keep the existing set I've got and just put some wider, maybe 32, 34 gravels on it. And then have the 40s or the 45s on the road. Which could be interesting. I have to do that, otherwise the train will stop. Okay, so we're still... where do we have to stop? Sort of up there. Just there. I don't want to go in there too hot and like slam the brakes on, so we won't speed up any. It's Copper disappeared. I think it's just you and me, Goldie. Copper's copped. Matt's copped. Is it snowing? I think it could be. I think that is what it's supposed to be, snow. I'm not sure it's rain. You know what? Not really sure. Cobber has seen snow outside his... Or soot. Okay. Must be a new buddy. Copper's still lurking. Might be soot. You don't have a... You reckon somebody's got a blocked sooter? It's a term for you. Blocked sooter. The fires. Oh my. You ever watch Chernobyl on HBO? Great job, by the way. Not seen Chernobyl. Heard of. Apparently it's interesting. The fires. Does that mean you're in California? Or a very close neighbouring state? Copper. Idaho. Okay. Idaho. We have a fire nearby. Right. Okay. On a lake. Ooh. Obviously the fire's not on the lake. Unless there's a boat on fire. So then you could say the fire's on lake. If the lake's on fire. Ooh. Right. Intriguing. Oh, is there an oil spill and oil's burning off? Best drinking disaster. All the snow wasn't radioactive and kids were eating it causing them to get cancer. That's rough. Also, why would you eat snow? I mean, they're kids, but... Come on, parents. Right, that's not a great time. Snow tastes good, does it? What's it taste like? Chicken? I'd be sceptical about eating snow. Especially if it's been laying. Like, you put a cup out and catch it, but frozen water, we'll just freeze some water. It's like it's an ice block. Is there a signal? Have we just been... Oh, we've probably just been past the signal. Oh no, there's a green one coming up. Don't want to get this too hot because this is only 80 up here, so... And then what have we got to stop here anyway, so... Okay. How many more stations do we have to stop at? 2 more after this one. Frozen air raid full of dust and the air used as nuclear... enjoy your Chinese factories. That's the best smoke, isn't it? Chinese factory smoke. Oh, it's probably not as good as American factory smoke. You don't eat snow. No. Speaking of factories, here's something also slightly political and topical for you. A friend of mine got some new tyres today, and he got Goodyears. Assuming we have factories, yeah. Even if it's from the air. Oof. Yep. What happened with Goodyear? Oh, somebody was like, how about you boycott them? Because they were... Like, we don't really want employees maybe wearing particular things. Don't they have good... You know, an easy way to get round their predicament is if they supplied factory workers with a uniform. What a wild concept. I'll actually say the concept of them not having one already just seems wild to me, because If you work at a factory or something here, you have like kit you've got to wear. Whereas apparently there, you just turn up with your jeans on and Jeff Gordon t-shirt or something. And you're like, NASCAR. I have to wear a high-vis vest. Ah. Yeah, if you look at the Damaz server, it's very right wing. Honestly, sometimes I don't look at the Damaz server. I just go, I'll just scroll through the channels just to get the read, or I'll just be like, I've marked that as read, and then I might leave, if I'm honest. Is closed. Okay, one platform at Berendorf. The next station is closed while track is being repaired. Expect delays. Okay. If you haven't noticed. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it is whatever, but sometimes I'm like, ooh, I'm in there, but I don't remember joining. Interesting. You might have done it. You might have been half cooked, Copper. Is that a Volvo? So we're in like Scandinavia somewhere. I'd actually be interested to get a pair of the Goodyear bicycle tyres to see if there ain't much chop. Don't smoke news. No, you want to know something very boring? Never have. It's not good for my already damaged body. As I talked about in one episode of the podcast, I can't remember what one. If I was good at cross promotion, I'd be like, oh, you can listen to episode whatever of podcast and hear about that, but I can't remember what one it was, but there was one I talked about that. Just followed you. Oh. See, this is why you have 28 followers and don't stream. Because you follow somebody, Goldie, and they're like, oh, I'll follow you back. Never smoked, never will. Had enough second-hand tobacco smoking my life. Yeah, good. Excuse me. Good strategy. Right, so the next platform is 2Ks away, but we may have some delays because they're apparently doing what repairs? Was it? I might say. I don't know. This is a signal up here. That's not ours. Where is it? Soon. Whoop, we're going too fast. So we may have to stop at a signal. This one's red. No, now it's green. Thanks. Well, you can promote your channel using a Discord. I don't know, crazy idea. Yeah, that's wild. It's a wild idea. I have no idea what's going on in Matt's server. I don't know if I want to. Spicy things happen. That's for that. Right, I'm just looking at these signals here, because that one there would have to be for this track, which is red. So we'll just roll through here. It's 60. Oh, look at that there. They're doing their work. Actually, I was like, we'll just roll through here. We actually have to stop at this station, so I can't just roll through here and be like, oh, whatever, mate. We have to stop. Wish I had a lever for this stuff. Is that we'll get off the brakes. Come on, roll. Okay, don't roll then. I was hoping this last carriage would just be up here a little bit more, but anyway. What's your Discord on that channel? Copper. Copper, not a cop. Yeah, what's your Discord server, Copper? Tell us you've got one. And like, if I have my own Discord, that's just something else to like look at. Somebody once was like, hey, I'm going to have a Discord server because I'm a streamer, and now apparently everybody has to. Crazy. I forgot you're even in there. Cop, is that conspicuous? Sorry, inconspicuous. Also this, that we can do 80 Ks or 80 whatevers, a speed of 80. Not sure if that's miles or kilometres. But anyway, that we can do it through a station just seems unsafe. You are warned of goats on the line ahead, which are causing further delays. Classic goat move. Sure. Okay, yeah. Okay then, Goldie. What did you... Luke, who's Discord? That's it. I got to remember that. I should write that down probably. Somewhere. Now, if I remember Goldie, there's a self-promote section as well. Of course there is. Let me just write down Luke, who's Discord, on a piece of trusty paper. I might start tinkering with that tomorrow. Don't know, have a look at it. My own disso. I'm speeding, so we better get off the gas. And like, you got to come up with rules as well if you have a Discord. I don't think Matt knows I'm American. Oh. Thanks, Copper. I probably should join it like straight away because I think... Because it's got a timer on it, hasn't it? Or it does expire. Can't remember. Yes, it expires, right. Because I think last time I was like, yeah, and then... One click and collect. So, we're nearly finished. We just got to finish up here, so... It's not going to take us like 20 minutes to get up here, so... Should trim the servers I'm in. Yeah. What? You have passed signal of danger, game over. Well. Okay then. Oh, that's rough. Right, thanks. So basically, we tried that. Didn't have a great time. And then we're like, hey, let's try this. Fluffed it. Right, well... You are assembling an order in the main yard, then tanks from the petroleum siding. Coal, once you have assembled this order, it will be ready to depart. I'm like, should we start another one, start another job, or not bother? I'm considering not bothering. Actually, maybe we could do this one. How long is this one? Oh, that's what we were just attempting, wasn't it? Pick up goods from coal and head to the... So they'll be ready. You know what? Let's try this one. It's apparently only going to take us 25 minutes, so do a fair copper. I think most of the server is American. Today, many goods are being sent to market from Trumblome. Bring various goods from Cole and Wincanton to by 70. They will be sorted and sent. Right. Let's get this coal built up a little bit. That. Oh. We're going to get done because we're going to... we're going to blow that signal. Oh, my God. And I was like, oh, my. Should we give this one a go? Geez, I'm an awful train driver. I'm not a great locomotive driver, am I? Oh, this one. You're assembling a train in this yard on sidling 1. Your first task is collect blue, then green TTA tanks from the petroleum yard 2 and 4. Check your 2D map. Exit the yard. You're ready. You should be completed by. Don't tell me when I should be finished. It takes as long as it takes. Right. Let's have a look. So we need to get petroleum yard 2. Which is not there, which is down here. Petroleum yard 2. Okay, and let's just have a look at this. Yeah, that's good. So the blue is where we're going to be driving. Yeah, this is tedious. So we're here. Where is our locomotive? That's us. We should be able to go straight to Petroleum Yard 2. You might need a break. Yeah, maybe. And look at that. See, and I'm even driving the train backwards. Time for a beer. Time for a Foster's. I think you're right. I might need a break. I mean, we'll see if we can do this job. If we fluff it, I'm done. And where are we even parking our locomotive? Sidling 1, which is up there. So we have to collect. So we have to come back to Sidling 1, which is there, that outside one. So once the train goes past there, I'll change this switch. So we'll change that switch so it'll go straight up onto sidling number 1. So hopefully we can get these, we can go a bit faster. Yeah, I think it is time for a beer, Copper. Are you a beer guy, Copper, or not? I reckon you'd probably, I reckon you'd be like a wine type of dude. Have like a crisp red. Actually, Goldie probably has a crisp red. Because he's, you know, a bit posh. Rule 7. I don't know what Rule 7 is. One of them. The 7th rule. Fancy. Fancy Copper. With his cheese and biscuits. I bet he's like somebody who like lays back in a chair. Legs crossed. A cravat. Too young to drink in the US, but old enough to do so in Canada and the rest of the world. Yes, move to Australia, you can get slaughtered. So Copper's not 21 years old. Scandalous. is slowly leaking information to us. Yes, over 18 and not 21. Intriguing. I mean, look, you can vote here if you want to. Have a car. You can have it all. You have to be of a particular age to get a driver's license in America. Or to be able to get like a learner's. I think it's 16 here. If I recall. I don't know, I was a little bit late. Canada is 19 in a few places. Ooh. Interesting. (2002). Maybe Copper was born in the year 2000. Oh. 20007. $19.99. Gonna party like it's 1999. Do do do. Well, well, well. We already said 2000. Yeah. So Copper wasn't born in 1999, 2001, 2000. It's got to be 0. But if he's 03, he's 17. That means he can't get on the booze in Canada. Okay, here's a guess. Copper doesn't know what year he was actually born in. Well, it's got to be 1998 then. But then you'd be 22. So that means you could get... Yeah, I tell you what. Copper doesn't actually exist. So we're going to Petroleum Yard, yep, 2. We've got to go to Petroleum Yard number 4. Drop them off at Sidling 1. Stop at Sidling 1, apparently. Go to coal, shunt coal yard 2. Couple them at coal yard 2. To back of 47 and 4151. Anyway. Right. I mean, there's a good chance that you said one of those years was one of the years Copper was born. I don't know. Does Copper exist? What is Copper? Is he a thing? He's playing with us. He's being coy. Should have checked that sidling. That's fine. Right, we'll get on the brakes. I'm born in 1902 and be the second oldest in our chat. I mean, you might be the second oldest in the chat. You may also be the oldest in the chat. If we want to get coy. Right. Oh, come on. Right, we're hooked up. So now we're going to go to yard 4. Which is up here. So let's just see. That's right. Just check this these switches. I think they're good. We just have to, when we get down here, We just have to... Oh, that'll should flip for us. So if we stop at this, the junction here, that should change for us so we can just reverse back up there. Is it? Wow. 1989 for Demzo. Nah. You going to sleep, are you, Copper? I mean, it's 5. May as well just stay up. So I just want to stop there at South Junction. Number 2 should switch for us. Hopefully, which is just over there. And how far away is the coal yard? So that's that. Is the coal yard up here? It's transfer coal yard 1, right? And we've got to go up there. So we can do a little bit of prep. So we go via coal yard 1. Stop at coal shunt number 2. Right. So that's ready to go. So we have to then reverse onto that. And then obviously just drive backwards. Cool. So where's the... Right, okay. Just remember this game required time and pay. Yes. I don't have patience. I've got plenty of time. I've got too much time in my hands, quite honestly. So we need to go up, up, up that one. So we'll just see, make sure the train, this last wagon, is clear of all those junctions, which it seems to be. So I'll just check. We want to go back over here. Right, so switches are changed, so then we can go up and get these green stuff. Petroleum yard number 4. So we want to stop at sidling 1 and drop this stuff off. So what I will do is, we'll have a look at this. Now sidling 1 of course is here. So it's going to take us up on a sidling 1, and then we want to go from sidling 1. So do we want to use the access east? So does that take us... That takes us up to there. Right. So that's ready to go. So we should be able to just drive straight through. And we can go a bit faster. Good night, Copper. Have a good evening. And I'll tell you what, you're gonna miss an absolute doozy here when we get this train together. Wild. But have a good sleep. What's my opinion on Fall Guys? Apparently it's popular. I'm just trying to think of if I've actually played it before or not. Is that the one? It's pretty much a mouse click game, and you have a little person and you sort of like drag them around. Is it that game, or is that something else? Night, cop. Copy. Yeah, is that Fall Guys, or am I thinking of a different game? No, that is Among Us. Right, I'd have to double... Human Fall Flat, I think, actually, might be the game I'm thinking of in that... Just there. thinking of. I mean, I'm so out for loop. I've seen a couple of memes though about the new was it the new Nvidia graphics card? One being that you can get like 6,000 garlic breads or something for the price of what one of them costs. Or something. Looks nice, yeah. Right, so we're going to hook up onto that. Are you going to get one? Are you going to invest in the Nvidia? $390 is a game changer. Hot take. Whoops. Maybe I want to see what AMD has to offer. Yeah. Got to say AMD, I think, really stepped up at least their CPU game in recent times over Intel. Or maybe Intel have just gotten lazy. I mean, that's a real possibility, but I'd say maybe drop this in main lag. You will have some more wagons to add to these afterwards. I would suggest that maybe not even that long ago, like maybe 10, like 5 or so years. I mean, I think if you're building a computer, I mean, you'd be straight Intel. But I think now AMD, my computer's got an AMD in it. But I think that the AMD chips have really sort of stepped up. The only thing that's annoying though is because if you have Verizon, but a little thing that's annoying, and I'm sure this is annoying for motherboard manufacturers too, is that they have to put different, where the chip goes isn't the same. CPU is great. Yeah, Ryzen. Oh, what's this one? 5? I'm not sure. 3600, I think this might be in this computer. Yes, thank you. Socket types. Wouldn't it be great if AMD and Intel were like, let's just have the same socket type? And then motherboard manufacturers would probably really be like, good. So then we don't have to worry about compatibility or like making motherboards with both socket types on them. Just have a socket type. Surely it's not a ridiculous concept. But I suppose if the socket types are the same, like if the Intel one's been, how it has been forever, Moore's law will increase the amount of transistors, so it will be only good for some time. Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I suppose the AMD sort of socket type's been, however it has been for a long time, and I suspect the Intel one has been how it is for forever. So the manufacturers, I suppose, don't have to put like any R&D in or anything on the socket connections, or the socket type connectors, because they're not changing. So I guess once they've sort of put the development in or whatever on like the sort of the socket type thing, they probably don't have to, once it's sort of done or loosely done, it's not like continuing. AM3 plus 3 plus plus. Wow, this train sounds rough. It's like... Right, so we're going to go to sidling 1. Which is just up the road. Just up here. Going to drop off this fuel, get the coal, shunt it, hook it up. She's apples, we're done. Bedtime. And we'll just ease off that power because we'll get done for speeding. And we have to slow it up anyway to 25 up here, so... And we should probably slow it up because we're probably going to go up this junction, are we? No. So the junction's sort of over there a little bit and we go out of the coal yard, so we're still a little way off. Well, we're not that far, 3/4 of a mile. Right, so drop this at sidling. And go and get our coal. Now, let's just check. So, yep. And then... Right. Let's get on the brakes. Oh. Right, so up into sidling 1. Oh, right, I'm like, we're still speeding? Apparently we are. We have to slow up to 15. Cool. We're getting it done. Actually, I think I've tried this scenario before and I failed it. I can't remember exactly why. I might have crashed the engine or something. I have no idea. See how this rear train's getting... Surely this is going to be on the sidling. Yeah. So we can start to slow it up. So we can uncouple this. Apparently we're not stopping. Cool, so we will uncouple that stuff. Oh, you're having a laugh. I think we're in the siding, but we're not in it. You know what? Whatever. We're just going to keep driving. Because the train, we've dropped it off there. Anyway, let's go and get this coal. Whatever. If we fail the job, we'll just do it next time. Oh, right, we're speeding. You can tell I'm... Excuse me, I'm like, if we fail it, whatever, you know. Look at what's on the agenda tomorrow. I need to look into... I need to do my tax. I haven't done that yet. Still got a month. When do we have to have it in by? Middle of October, I think. For tax, but... Should do that. Should do it. Won't take won't be too difficult. Can't believe it's a fail. I mean, us parked the sidling. Parked the... whatever. Right, just double check all this up here, which should be good, because we go via coal yard 1. So I have to park there, obviously, and then flip that. So then we can get onto that and basically just reverse it down the track here. So let's go a bit faster, because we can. And we're going to be doing 25 real quickly. So 1, 2, 3, off the gas. And the train can just roll. Yes, anyway, so I'll do my tax. Won't take long. Shouldn't take long anyway, I mean. I don't have any complicated tax affairs, so... Also go for a bike ride tomorrow as well. Rack up some more kilometres. Taxes, how fun. Yeah. Well, the ATO, I think, are pretty decent. You can log, like if you have, you can get, they have a, there's a tax app, right, that you can have, and if you, you can take, wait until you get crypto. Yeah, don't know about crypto. But, I know with the tax office, with their app, I don't have it, but, that will screw you in taxes. You can take pictures and things of receipts if you want to make claims. It logs it all for you. So that's just I mean, it's good to keep receipts, but when it comes to reporting and things, I think that's a decent idea to have, a decent feature. That will screw you. Here's a. I assume you have like a tax. You have tax number. Over there in Mericare, you have like a have tax number. So if you sign up to a broker, for example, or bank accounts, do you have to supply your tax number or not? We have an app that does it right, because like here, if you go to the bank, say for example, go to the bank, open up an account, they'll say, it gives you tax number. So you give them your tax number, and then when you do your tax, your account comes up like in your tax with interest, like what your interest and things that you've earned on there already. So you just double check, and you're like, that's correct, submit. It pretty much does it for you, really. At least for me. I mean, I don't have, as I said, wait briefly in coal shunt 2 while the wagons are given a final check. I mean, who's checking them? There's nobody there. Just put the info on the form from your employer. Righto. You're pretty much set. Yeah, it's not... I suppose it depends. Well, people complain about taxes. It's not really. It doesn't. I don't think it's really that difficult to do, if I'm honest. Coal shunt. Right, we just have to park up here then. Okay, I've got to do my taxes. It's like, well, it's not that hard, right? If you're going to make a claim for something, make sure you've got receipts so you can back it up. That's about it. Because if they do an audit on you and you don't have evidence to back up your claims, could get a bit dicey, but like apart from that, I don't think they're really that hard. Maybe if I had like a heap of property or like a heap of assets, it might make things a bit more tricky, but always running a business. Stinks. It's crazy how much money the government takes from you. So you're given a go ahead. Cool. So let's just switch that. Oh, well, I was talking to somebody the other day. We're just briefly sort of talking about taxes and like sort of paying for things. And we're like, well, some countries have quite a bit of tax, but school like is free, you know. So you pay your tax, and that I get taxed up the wazoo. The government doesn't even give you health care. How dare they tax you? There's a spicy one for you. I mean, you got to help pay off government debt. Come on. That's fair, yeah. Ooh, we're going to hit that hard. Oh, not too hard. Drive quality, yeah. I mean, I'd support that. This wasn't great. Have we coupled up to that? Where's the coupler thing? There we go. Right, we're hooked onto it now. Right, let's go. So we need to hook them up to our hook them up down here, and then game over. But it's more the poor people who don't work in society, so they tax the people who are working. There you go. We went to a red signal. I think we were almost finished as well. Anyway. Also, I didn't do that deliberately, just so I could end the stream, but... And it makes life more difficult for working class because people are lazy in society. Yeah, maybe I could have a universal basic income. What do you reckon about that? Anyway, everybody, thanks for coming by. Train Simulator, always stimulating conversation, I think. Anyway, I'll be back Saturday with Grid, which is looking forward to that because actually I enjoy playing Grid. Anyway, everybody, hope you had a good time. Of course, this will be up on YouTube tomorrow or whenever. Matt, see ya, old boy. Remember, oh yes, I'm remembering. Remember what, Goldie? Yes. I'll do that straight away. Anyway, everybody, thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch us all on Saturday for a bit of Grid action. Anyway, Toodle, Pip and all that.